The Sumerian culture, considered by most experts to be the cradle of civilization, flourished about 6,000 years ago in an area called Mesopotamia, located between the ancient waters of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in modern-day Iraq and Kuwait. The civilization was rediscovered in the last century. The area where it thrived is a political hotspot in late 20th century Earth, where war and many disruptions of power and value of life persist. The Sumerian culture was directed by those who came from the stars, the stellar reptilian ancestors. They were establishing a civilization once again, creating one more experiment to look at what could be done with the biological forces of Earth. The reptilian race, or Lizzies as we affectionately call them, are an integral part of your ancestral line. They are an awesome, ferocious, and gracious collection of consciousness, for they are many things combined into one. These reptilians are important for you to understand as aspects of existence that connect you to the deep taproot of your own heritage, your past. In order to grow further into understanding yourself as a blossoming entity on the wheel of life, unfolding into the story of 12, it is essential that you understand your home, your roots, and your genes. Understand that the reptilian energies are creator gods. They are master geneticists who assisted the original planners in designing the living library. They are an ancient race and are very advanced in creating sentient biological forms. They were some of the prime instigators in putting together the human species on this planet. They learned their craft from the ancient ones. As master geneticists, the Lizzies know their trade. They are highly skilled in genetic organization and manipulation. They far surpass many brilliant beings in their ability to genetically adjust life. So in the vastness of existence, the reptilian families are known to be creators and are responsible for organizing the genetic structure of life forms. Memories are buried in your cells, and you are not quite sure what's there. Feel your body and imagine your spinal column, chakras, and 12 strands of DNA as a tree of life growing upward. At the bottom of the tree there is a serpent, like a taproot, connecting you to Earth. Imagery will help you get in touch with your reptilian ancestry so you can have a neutral look without labeling anything. Visualize the serpent energy climbing your tree, rising up your body, electrifying you. As a member of the reptilian family, serpent images trigger cellular memories of the gods who made you, showing you that you sprang from the serpent and that the serpent brings you life. Sometimes the ancient reptiles that your myths call dragons hoarded crystals. Crystals are senders and receivers of information. Many of the highest civilizations were anchored by reptilian energies who had access to the human blueprint and carried this human blueprint from another system into this one. The reptiles did this by bringing a tremendous amount of crystalline energy and hoarding, collecting, and storing it inside lairs or caves as underground bases of operation. Then they sent versions of themselves to the outside world as their representatives, very often in the form of snakes. It was the only way they could enter the outside world without being harmed. If they had come out in their dragon nature, the consciousness of the existing humans at the time could not have withstood the encounter. Many people would like to abandon Earth at this time, as if she is no longer a worthy place to live. Angry voices don't like the conditions of the cities or the water. As if the Earth herself created these conditions, we would say to you, what better place would you find? Your home is what you make of it. Many of you are very disturbed by the masses of people that continue to choose to kill and go to war. We remind you that those who believe in this experience will create it and seek it out. You can exist in a parallel reality simultaneously with this and not attract it to yourself. There is a great cleansing that is occurring, and you cannot stop it. The energy of Earth is being sped up so that those energies with which you vibrate in the core of your being and those truths you discover from your ancestral line, you will manifest forward. It is a traumatic time because it seems as if the systems that represent family and civilization are falling apart. Those systems that do not work are indeed falling apart, and you will be rattled to the core of your being to find something that will work and that values Earth. If you cannot take care of your home, then perhaps you do not deserve one. Earth is a priceless jewel, and you are considered by many to be the integral key to this gem. Yet in your own misguided sense of purpose, you have sought to exalt the self without honoring the stage from which you can explore life. Conflicts exist within the mass consciousness as to what the priority is today. Many people will lose and or give up their homes in the next few years, bringing you closer together so that you may experience humanity as one big family. When you unite, perhaps through challenging situations, you also will understand those who have been outside your family, these other forms of life, who are waiting to be integrated as the dimensions open up, will reveal the immense creativity and variety of reality. Earth needs you in the same way you need the billions of bacteria that live inside your body, performing functions that operate without your conscious directive. One isolated microorganism could be quite toxic. However, together, they know what to do. They don't poison you. They eat everything so that you do not die. If they were not inside you, the food you eat would not pass through you. You tolerate these so-called toxic beings that live in you, and actually, you cannot live without them. In the same fashion, Earth cannot live without you and all of life. Imagine Earth restored to her regal beauty. Stately trees seem to brush the deep blue sky, and clouds billow to form majestic peaks. The songs of birds fill the air, creating symphony upon symphony, each one orchestrated for the moment. Learn to feel alive. Discover meaning to your life as you explore the aspect that is stored away as your subconscious self. Send your taproot like a serpent into Earth's records and call back to your mind a majestic Earth as a home for you, the rightful dweller in this place. Prime Creator is a female vibration. The source, as we know it, is a feminine vibration. The consorts of this feminine principle, the male vibration, in competition for the love of the goddess, began splintering off in a misuse of energy millions of years ago. You are one fragmented part of that misuse of energy. Two Pleiadian sons of a mediocre god took over Earth, had a battle between themselves, and created the present-day dilemma. In the larger picture, it was a minor family squabble. The Divine Mother Goddess fragmented and made herself into many forms to be the consort of numerous gods. They wanted to appease and love and be in this vibration of the Mother, because this is where all of the creative vital forces come from. Feel in the deepest core of your identity the nurturing, the gift, and the mystery of the Mother. There will be a return and an awakening to Mother Goddess energy. You will find in this decade that all of your religions are based on a false ideal. They are all based on a controlling, cold-hearted, patriarchal movement, when in actuality it is the Mother Goddess who is behind all things. We, in the Pleiades, have discovered the root cause of our misuse of energy. We have not honored the Mother. We have done things to gain the attention of the Mother, yet we have not valued the Mother's creation, the Mother's gift.